Okay, these just came out of the oven. They look really good. I did make them extra large this time, but I'm sure my kids will love them. Today we're going to make my family's favorite cinnamon roll recipe. So in here I have 2 cups of warm milk. I melted some butter already, so we have a 1/2 cup of melted butter I'm going to add to the milk. I could have took this off, I guess. Okay, so there's our 1/2 cup of butter. And then I like to use maple syrup instead of sugar, so I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of maple syrup. And then I'm just gonna stir this in just a little bit. And then we'll add 1 packet of active dry yeast. And then I'm just gonna give this a quick little stir. You can use instant yeast, or you can use the active dry yeast, or you have to let it activate for a few minutes. Whatever you have on hand, I use both all the time. So we'll give this just a couple of minutes so that it can bubble for us. Okay, next we're going to add our flour. And with this recipe, we're going to divide. There's a little bit of maple syrup left. We're going to divide our flour. So the recipe calls for 5 cups. We're gonna start with 4 cups. And then we'll let this rise for an hour. And then after an hour, we'll add the rest of the flour, so 1 cup, and we'll add the rest of the dry ingredients. We're just gonna mix this until it comes together and everything is kind of pulled off this side. It's going to look a little bit sticky, but that's what we want. Okay, so this is what it should look like. A little bit wet and sticky, and that's exactly what we want. And then all I'm gonna do is cover this. And if your house is warm right now, you can just leave it on the counter for about an hour. If it's cold where you're at, maybe just put the light on in your oven and place it in the oven for an hour. Okay, while our dough is rising, we're going to just butter some pans. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and we're going to make the filling for the inside. We're going to use about 12 tablespoons of softened butter. Just gonna add the butter here. This is 3/4 cup of brown sugar that I measured out, along with 2 tablespoons of cinnamon. And we're just gonna mix all this in. Okay, so it's been about an hour and this is what our dough is going to look like. Now we're just going to add in the last cup of flour. So this will be 5 cups of flour. We're gonna add in 1 tablespoon of baking powder, and then, I think I said tablespoon, I meant teaspoon. And then 2 teaspoons of salt. And then I'm just gonna mix all that in by hand. Just until it's combined, and then we'll bring it out to our sheet right here. Okay, now we're ready to roll this out. We're just gonna use very minimal flour here, and we wanna make a large rectangle. Okay, that looks pretty good. It does not have to be perfect. Okay, we have our butter, cinnamon, and brown sugar all mixed. So now we are going to add this to the dough. So we just want to spread it to about, I'd say about an inch away from the sides, just so that all of your goodness is not oozing out. Okay, now all of our butter cinnamon mixture is in, so I'm going to go ahead and roll it. And then I just like to roll it a little bit more just to kind of seal those edges. And then I like to cut it with just a unflavored dental floss. Cuts. Okay, so we'll cover these with plastic wrap for about 30 minutes. Put it on here. And then we'll preheat our oven to 350, and we're going to bake these for about 25 to 30 minutes. Every oven is different, so maybe set your timer on to like about 15 minutes and then watch them from there. Okay. Okay, now we're going to make our buttercream frosting to go on top. I have about a cup of sugar or powdered sugar in here. And then I'm going to just add in my softened butter. And we just want to whip this butter real good. So we're gonna whip it for a little while with the powdered sugar. And then you can add in about like a teaspoon. I don't totally measure my vanilla. I'm gonna add in about a teaspoon of vanilla. So I'm not a professional baker by any means, but these cinnamon rolls are seriously the best. My kids love them. They request them on holidays. They request them on birthdays instead of birthday cakes sometimes. So these are our favorite. Okay, so this frosting looks really good. This is the consistency that you want. Okay, these just came out of the oven. They look really good. I did make them extra large this time, but I'm sure my kids will love them. Okay, here it is, guys, all done and ready to eat. So good.
That tastes good.
Mm-hmm.
Just delicious.
Mm-hmm.